Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Help support my channel. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty much as soon as possible. So then I go live streaming because YouTube policy, they won't let me go live until I have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you to all the folks out there that have subscribed to my YouTube channel. If you have not yet, please take this moment now with helping me. Click subscribe. Next, click the bell. And next, click all. This helps you receive a notification when I post my next videos. Plus, click the thumbs up button and every time you watch my videos. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on either my Patreon or PayPal links. If you join my Patreon page, then you'll get early access to these videos 24 hours before they're posted on the YouTube and lots more. If you prefer just leaving a small tip, click on PayPal. Either way, then you get that warm sense of satisfaction years down the line knowing that you helped me become a successful YouTuber. Saturday, October 22nd, 12:12 p.m. New York time. Good afternoon. Forex, the currency markets, and crypto. Well, another week just finished. Let's look at the US dollar. There's a lot of world events occurred that have effects on currencies, such as the change of leadership in Great Britain. So the US dollar index is comprised of several currencies. The big currencies, the most popular ones, the ones that are traded the most: the euro, the yen, the pound, the dollar, Swiss franc, and a few others. Looking here at the US dollar on the weekly candle, it's red. It closed near the bottom, made a lower low. This horizontal line, 114, in this whole red area was the supply zone of sellers, Well, multiple times we rejected this 114. Even here, we went above it and closed below it, the 114 rejection. That's a ceiling, resistance. The current trend is down, lower low, closing below that prior week's low. This huge candle and this big tail looks like we're going to do a retracement of part of that, maybe midpoint. So I'm leaning bearish bias right now. That could be a swing trade. You could be trading short right now. Again, if we break below this 110, oof, that could be a smackdown. Use caution. Correlation with cryptocurrency, we'll look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah, it's just shy of the low of the years. It's doing terrible. Inside candle, indecision, small trading range. Yep, it's a failure. Charts don't lie, but the people pumping and dumping it do. Saying buy here at the bottom. How do you know it's the bottom? Ask them. What's their scientific experiment study they're showing stays the bottom? And if they're wrong, what's their exit plan? Call them out. Call them out. On to the next. Look at the major currencies individually now, or pairs. Look at the currencies first in the futures market. Look at the euro. So as this declines, this is losing strength against the dollar. Yep. So when this declines, the euro is getting weaker and the dollar's getting stronger. Well, look at that. The euro all the way down here. We did the inverse, just like the dollar. So it's green for the week, higher high, higher low. Supply zone buyers down here. Looks like this big wick, we may be retracing it because we did close above here. So opportunity to exploit it and be long. With good money management, if you're wrong, get out of it. Potential retest somewhere up here. Overall, this was a big smackdown, impulse move down, and supplier as sellers up there. So overall, it's terrible. Yeah. Japanese yen, also new low for the year. New low for the year. Huge wick down there till. Okay, here we are on the British pound. So green for the week made a higher high, higher low than the prior week. And all this is retesting this big wick, which is the supply zone of sellers. Use caution. Yeah. Also, this could be retested too. So over here, Canadian dollar, huge green candle, a nice impulse move up. Now it's coming off the low of the year, and maybe it's going to retest this big wick. Also, I have a big selling point here, big point. So overall, that candle did very nice, very nice. So hopefully we have follow through, but another opportunity to trade bullish on the Canadian side against the US dollar. Swiss franc, oof, look at that, made a new low for the year. Here was a swing low. Here was the low of the year. We broke below it, tested it, made a new low, and rejected it. So this is what? A demand zone of buyers. Yeah, buyers. Let's label this green because the green I use for demand zones. Here we go. So notice we closed about the high and low of this green candle. We closed higher than the middle. That's good. But we also closed within this body. That's not so good. So zooming in on here, there's still a lot of sellers up here because we couldn't even close above this body or above that high. So this trend is still down. Look, lower high, lower low. This high is lower than that. This low is lower than that. The trend is still down. Use caution. I just showed you there's better ones to be trading long. Consider the Canadian. Australian dollar, same thing. Nice, just like the Canadian dollar. A little comparison. Big green candle, solid body, almost very good. Yeah, that's nice. When that's green, almost no wicks, that's strong. Like here, solid red, almost no wicks, that's strong on the bearish side. Let's zoom in here. Again, we're looking at each candle's a week. So look at here, this bottom left one, Canadian dollar, bottom right one, Australian dollar. Correlation. Be aware of that. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they're huge commodity-based countries. Metals, energy sources, metals, you know, copper, gold, silver, energy, natural gas, coal, crude oil. Yeah, so they're dependent on those. So when the US dollar is getting weaker, then you have those commodities going higher, most of this commodity price dollars. So this is correlation, but it may not be sustainable. Use caution. All right, now let's go look at the major currency pairs. We'll first look at the euro against major pairs. This is the Forex market we'll look at. That's why they have 6 letters with a / in the middle. So we already did the euro US dollar. Let's go look at the euro yen. Again, if you haven't been aware of this, I mentioned this in my past videos. There's safe haven currencies. The United States dollar is considered one, Japanese yen is considered one, and the Swiss franc. Doesn't mean they're all going to go up at the same time or at any time. But again, when people are looking for flight for safety, those are one of 3 currencies that people look to go. So here, this Forex pair, euro yen, as this goes higher, that means stronger euro against the yen. Well, here, we made a new high for the year. That's the euro yen, new high for it. So this huge wick may get retested at some time, but right now that's looking like a bearish pin bar like we had here. And the trend went down. Now it was here. See there? What happened? It went down and then did a retracement. So here we went down and we went back and retested this, retested that, broke above it and filled. Yeah. So use caution because we may be having a sell-off again in this pair. So that'd be weakness to the euro as it declines, strengthening the yen. Again, the yen is policies with their central bank of changing the interest rates would affect their currency. And they've been saying that for the past several days. Euro, British pound, big problems. Yeah. Here we have the euro declining, British pound getting strength, lower high, lower low. The trend is down. But each of these have long tails on the bottom. So there are buyers stepping in here. But again, the trend is still down. Euro, Canadian dollar. Big consolidation. Made a new high. Reject that new high. So we still have sellers up here. even that 135 level. Yeah, but nice because he had big impulse move up. Then we did retracement inside candle, and then this green candle, long tail on the bottom. So again, one would expect this is probably going to pop higher. Still could do a retest in here, but it's likely going to have breakout, go higher. Let's put a little arrow. Next time I come view this, we can see if the trend continues up. Oops. There we go. Now we're looking at the Euro Swiss franc, one of the safe haven currencies. Yep. Broke out here, higher high, higher low, broke out of this consolidation and took out that swing high. Nice. So that's the Euro gaining strength against the Swiss franc. And the Euro Australian dollar. The Euro sold off. Makes sense because we just saw, I showed you the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar against the US dollar are gaining strength. So it makes sense the Australian dollar is gaining strength against the Euro. Nice. Let's see if this is going to have a follow through to the downside. Okay. On to the next major pairs, the yen, Japanese yen. We already did the euro, yen, we did that. So let's look at the the pound yen. There we go. Going higher, beating the pound. If it's going down, that's the strength of the yen. So made a new high for the year. Huge till on the top, huge till on the bottom. Yeah, indecision, small little body there. That's almost like a dragonfly. I think that's referred to as dragonfly, but it means indecision. So we might even see further retest back down here. And further retest going declining would be strength to the yen. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Oof, that's nice. Yeah, so look at that. Supply zone up here. Retested it, rejected it like a pin par, bearish pin par pair. But it went higher in favor of Canadian dollar. Still closed above here. So we might not even see a deep retracement here. We may see a consolidation and then go higher. That'd be strength with the Canadian dollar. Same thing here, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, both safe haven currencies. Again, when I say the first pair, Swiss franc, that'd be the trends up versus Japanese yen. So here, huge consolidation, very sloppy, 150, major. Supply zone of sellers. Yeah, rejecting it, look at that. And that 145 demand zone buyers. Australia dollar, Japanese yen. Green for the week, finally, look at all that red. So made a higher high, higher low, above there. Holding above that demand zone. Now, big supply zone up here, sellers. 195 resistance. Yeah, let's see what kind of retest we get, if anything, down here. And let's finish this off with the British pound major pairs. We did the pound US dollar, we did the pound yen, euro, pound. Let's go to the pound Canadian dollar. Higher highs, higher low. That's in favor of the pound. Higher highs, higher lows. Small trading ranges too. And still wicks on top selling. So a lot of indecision here. Coming into a supply zone of sellers, not surprised. Go. And the pound Swiss franc. Again, Swiss franc being one of the safe haven currencies. Oof, look at that tiny little candle. Dodgy. Tiny little dodgy. Doji, dodgy. How you going to pronounce it? Indecision. On top of a trend. Often means a retracement when it's on top of a trend like that. So one would expect it's going to go down. Yeah. So one could consider trading bearish short if it breaks below the low. This past week. Is that the low? 12008. Let's label this. If you don't have access to the Forex market, well, you can't do this. You can't participate in this pair. Other pairs you could. This one you won't be able to. And let's there we go. Oops. See what happens come next. Well, let's put this on a daily. Yeah, that looks like major distribution. Looks like smart money selling there. Let's put it on a 4-hour. And there are a lot of brokers that give you access to Forex, but not everybody opens accounts to have them. So Oof, been hitting that, and lower highs. Nice trade idea. Be a fast scalp maybe over the Sunday night or during the week. Okay, let's go to the next one. Pound Australian dollar. Yeah, it makes sense right here. Selling off red for the week, giving favor Australian dollar. Yeah. Yep. So again, the pound's still strong up here, but for the week, again, I showed you why the commodity-based countries were gaining. It's good. Okay, many thanks for watching. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. If you've gotten value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel by going below and clicking on my PayPal or Venmo. You can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe and leave a comment, please.